My name is Chuck Schultz. I am a habitat biologist with the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish, and I am based out of the Albuquerque office and work for the Northwest Region of the state of New Mexico. So the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish is the lead agency for wildlife management in the state of New Mexico, and we manage the game species for hunters and fishers and trappers. And so the sales of licenses from hunters, fishers, and trappers actually fund conservation efforts for these species throughout New Mexico. And there's quite a bit of species that are all managed either completely by us or in concert with federal agencies for conservation and sustainability in future generations. So the Ladd S. Gordon Waterfowl Complex is a complex that's made up of 3 or 4 different areas throughout the Middle Rio Grande Valley of New Mexico, and it's a very important overwintering place for waterfowl that migrate from Canada all the way down to Mexico, and some will spend their entire winter period time frame down here. So a lot of our wildlife management areas, we have about 120 of these around the state, and a lot of these places can be very remote. And it's very difficult for us to get contractors to come to some of these remote areas. And so we end up trying to do a lot of this work internally, and we don't always have the capacity for that. So AmeriCorps has helped us with, we've got an auto tour loop here where people can drive around and look at birds. And some of this infrastructure, some of these observation decks are a couple of decades old. And so with the help of AmeriCorps, we were able to strip all the old kind of deteriorating wood off of some of these places and completely redeck these with new treated lumber. They've done a lot of vegetation management. They've learned skills running chainsaws to help us control exotic non-native species such as salt cedar and Russian olive down in some of our wetland and riparian areas. And then as we get those exotics removed and controlled, we're going to come in and do a huge native planting effort where we're going to plant things like cottonwoods and coyote willows and peach leaf willows and Gooding willows and different types of trees and flowering shrubs. We're also going to be constructing some pollinator gardens using big blocky rock, and we're going to plant flowering species in there. So there's a variety of tasks that they're doing that are really going to help with the quality of the wildlife management, wildlife habitat, extending and kind of increasing the diversity of wildlife that's here, and also helping with some of the aging infrastructure and make it a better place to work and a safer place for our visitors.